Hey folks, welcome to Deer Corner and welcome to the shop. We've been having a pretty rough last 2 weeks. I think maybe we had maybe 3.5 days of good weather. Just like right now, it's getting ready to rain again. Getting out in the woods, getting out and doing things out there is just wet, just plain wet. Sun went up, I think last Wednesday. Tried to get some stumps out, and it's just too wet. But a deer hunter, his chores are never done. We're in here at the shop and we're putting deer blinds together, deer stands. We pretty well got it done. We got it down pat to where we can come in and make them, tack them together, take all the screws out of them, and have 4 walls, a roof, and a floor, and go out and put them up in a couple hours. But meet Bucky. Bucky's 30 years old into the family. He's my son's first deer, 8-point. And he's kind of given us a deer's eye view and some pointers on putting these stands together. But they're 4.5 by 4.5 feet. And we pretty much got it down where we can put these things together really quick and then get them out and up. Like, I need another deer stand. But I know that after I move on, my son, he'll take care of them. There's a lot of them out there, and a lot of work into these stands and keeping them maintained. But I have a place I'm wanting this stand. I'm wanting to put it up for 11, 12 years in an area. But I never could really figure out how to get to it safely, quietly, so old Bucky won't jump and run. But I believe I figured out how to do that. So this stand here is going up there. The other ones are going into another area that my son and grandkids hunt around here at the house. But I'm really hoping to get back out, get back to the food plot, get it ready to go. Get the stumps out of it. And I still got a couple months here. Come the end of July, I'm hoping to have some kind of ground cover in there for my fall crop coming up. But I got, 2 more months to go till I could get back on it and get it ready to go, and I'll bring you along on it. But that's something about a food plot. If you sit back and watch a lot of the videos on food plots, don't get taken up on food plots, please. They have their time and their places. And I've been watching a bunch of videos on them. And if you can imagine, in a lot of states up north where I hunt, and where I've been hunting for the past 30, 40 years, thousands of acres of open field, corn fields, soybean fields, wheat fields, hay fields, pastures, thousands of acres open. And you're watching a lot of these videos on food plots and how, well, this seed works, or this is the way to put in a food plot. And if you notice, they're coming in on the edge of fields. And if you look in the background, you'll see thousands of acres, hundreds of acres of open field that the deer are going to anyway. And yes, especially today, a food plot is expensive. And do you really need one? Because a deer is going from point A to point B. He's either coming out of the woods, coming out of his bedding area early in the morning or early in the evening when he feels safe to get out in the open. So you go ahead, and some of these food plots that are shown, they're put on the edge of some of these fields. Yeah, you're going to put a camera up and get deer on them. But then again, them deer are going to travel through there anyway to get to where they're feeding. Get out into these open areas in the evenings and nights to when they feel safe. So, of course, you're going to have deer in them food plots and say, hey, yay, my food plot, look at this, it's working. Well, the deer are traveling through it anyway. And I've sat many a times in a pickup truck in a lawn chair with a pair of binoculars this time of year to where corn is maybe knee-high and the soybeans are coming up, and I could sit in a pickup truck in a lawn chair with a pair of binoculars and scout out right now. Right now it's time to do it. And watch where deer are coming out of the timbers and out of the wooded areas, out of the grassy areas, out of the fence rows, coming up, coming out. And many, many, many nights and evenings I sat in the back of a pickup truck in a lawn chair with a pair of binoculars scouting for deer that come out of these areas, bedding areas and this. And that's how I hunted deer. I scouted. And right now you got to get out and scout. Once you find where they're coming in and out, that's where you hunt. You don't need to put a food plot out. They already have plenty of food. These fields are full of food, and especially now when farmers are putting down fall cover crop. And a lot of farmers are going that way now with the cover crop to keep the soil and the erosion down throughout wintertime. So the deer have plenty to eat out there. So before you go looking and going to the expense of putting out a food plot, look at your area, look where you're hunting, do some scouting. Don't waste your time, effort, and money doing so. And that's just the way I figure it. I may not be right, but when we're putting our food plots in, there are no fields, open fields at all. All we have is woods, hollers, and rocks. So a food plot like what we are doing up at the cabin, yeah, it does bring the deer in. It gives them something different on their diet. And it works. It does work. But if I had hundreds and thousands of acres of farmed fields around me, no, I would not waste my time and energy on a food plot. But just something I'm wanting to bring along. And watch these videos and look at the background. Look at the background of these videos and see what they got and what's going on and what's happening. Deer have to go through that food plot to get to the other fields. And yeah, you can put a camera up, deer are going to come through it. So it's just my thoughts, and glad you're with me. We're going to go ahead, Bucky and I, we're going to go ahead and get these stands done, finished, taken apart, getting ready to take up. And there again, if you're in the woods, even putting a stand up, be safe. Be safe out there, fellas. Be safe. Things happen. And thanks for coming along. Hit that arrow. Go ahead and subscribe, and y'all have a good day.